Hey everybody, we're back down the line and temperatures are starting to warm up here. We're above zero now. It's just crazy, everything's getting warm. So we're gonna make a push to hit a few marten before the end of the marten season, before their pelts start to not be the greatest. So here's a set here. This is a copy of a box I made from my uncle who was caught, I think in the last season they were up and running over 100 marten. So this is his setup, or similar to it. And got a 110 conibear in there. Has salmon for bait. So on the next time around, I'll make sure to bring some blueberries. And so with the blueberries, I'll have to be dumping that in there as well. And so there's a little ledge in there. You can see it, and that's where the salmon is in there. And so this is some old freezer burnt salmon that's not really edible, but the animals will sure love it up. So this is about how much I put in every marten box right here. And you can see I have another few right there. And so there's some spots where marten have been just living and eating bait. So this is a little more effective way to catch them. The footholds are a little more damaging to them. So this one right here, they run right up the tree, snap, then they just hang right here. So pretty effective compared to a number one or an odd size trap. And well, it's been a pretty warm week. We had a couple nights that dipped down, so hoping for some decent animal movement. All right, so let's hit it. Just about everywhere on my line was once upon a time somebody else's line. So check this out. I have no idea how long the snare has been here. All these small trees are so stunted that they don't even really sink into the tree very far. So somebody is catching lynx here and they hung this snare. So it looks like it's in pretty good shape. So I don't have a whole lot of lynx snares left from a few years ago when I actually hit lynx pretty hard. So we're gonna snag this one. We'll probably put a new piece of baling wire on here. But down the way, we'll put this old snare to work for a lynx. Make sure to put it high enough up that a Wolverine doesn't get into it, and make the loop small enough so wolf can't get his head in there. And this snare will do just fine on a lynx. Do just fine. It's pretty cool, I find. Mostly lynx snares. I think most people come and pull their wolf snares out when they move on an area just because they're much more expensive. But here and there, I see lynx snares, rabbit snares. It's pretty cool seeing this place. A lot of these areas that I've opened up that haven't been opened in a long time. So we just keep on opening more all the time. These here are some dangerous sticks. Your ski gets a hold of that, lifts it up, that can poke into your engine, even through pretty thick plastic, especially in the cold. I had my brother have one impale his oil injector. So just get rid of them. That easy. Keep your machines going. Wolverine are definitely sparse this year. This is one of the sweet spots for quite a few years, so and make some swings. More lynx, less Wolverine, vice versa. So we'll just make sure to keep adding bait to every 330 set, and that's always been the best way to get a new animal in there, is to just keep throwing fresh bait. All right. All right, come around the corner here. And we actually find a use for this snare that we picked up back here. We're not going to build a set. We're going to build a dispatch device for decent sized looking cat. Oh, he's got a good bite on his foot. Perfect bite. Oh yeah. That is one pretty animal, some pretty fur. We don't shoot lynx in the trap. We'll shoot Wolverine and wolf only because they die harder in snares, and we want to save their skulls to sell too or give away to other people. So in this setup, we're gonna get ourselves a pole and use this snare right here as a dispatch. Cats go quick in the snare, so it's the most humane way to dispatch them without damaging a whole lot of fur as well. So let's grab a pole and we'll go from there. Okay, here's our spruce pole. Here's our spruce pole with a snare. The snare that we picked up. The snare on the end. Make sure to open that snare up wide enough so that there's no problem. Make sure that your wire here is stiff enough to hold it out in front of you. Face it towards the lynx. So we will bring you back when we have this guy out. Oh yeah, that's a pretty one. All right, one lynx down on today's check. So this is a set we put here a while back. Here's a trap, toggle, dispatch stick. But we'll go ahead and we'll rebuild this. We'll reinforce this back. There's our bait stick. He ate all the bait in there, looks like. So we'll get this re-fenced in, get the trap re-bedded, and let's take a look at this kitty. It's a mid-sized cat. Fur is not too brown, very long. Doesn't look like much damage on this one at all. So that is pretty cool. Lynx are some pretty cool cats. They get a heck of a lot bigger than this, so this is a medium-sized one I've caught so far this year, but nowhere near the biggest one. This is probably half the size of the largest cat I've ever caught. They can get pretty big, the older ones, but the older ones usually will stay away from that. You'll catch them in a snare. So we'll get them bagged up, rebuild this set, head down to most likely another cat down the way, but that's all good with me. All right, here we go again. Lynx is wrapped up in there. This set's rebuilt. Lynx trap, wing. We blocked up this side where he pushed through. We left the toggle a little more freed this time, so hopefully he'll be able to pull that out. I think that warm weather has kind of got stuff getting locked down, so on down the way. This is kind of a natural lynx pen that I had for a few years. So we'll convert this to a wolf, kind of like a wolf pen. So we'll get some snares dropped in around this and bait that one with a really nice chunk of bait. There's a wolf pen. 1, 2, 3 snares. Some meat and skin. Some more chopped up bait for the birds to pick on. And this is a set that works well for younger wolf. Younger wolf gets caught here, the older ones circle around and get stuck into their stuff. So that's one strategy. Looks like the 2 Marten we caught last week Down a few miles down on this side of the line, it looks like those were the two that were stealing bait all the way down this way. So you see some birds have been in there pecking. They actually were able to drag part of the skin partially out. Our marten set over here is untouched. There's actually a lynx trap right under there, a wolf trap right there. But yeah, it looks like by pulling those two marten on the other side, we got rid of our robbers. So you never know, there might be a few more down there. Never know. It looks like the Wolverine came, robbed that bait, didn't make it up to there. And it looks like oh wow, look at that. Woo! Thank you, Lord. Oh, that's a nice light colored one too. Very cool. It's too bad he got himself into a lynx trap, but this is going to be one that we keep. Look at this. Oh, wow. Look at that. Thank you, Lord. That is just awesome. Oh, that's some long fur on there. Woo! That is great. Number 3. Got ourselves a marten and a Wolverine. Now, last week, right over here is where the wolves had come through. So there's a pretty good chance they'd come back. So we'll take a peek real quick. But I don't see that they've walked back through here. One trap right there. Look at that little snow covered it up just right. It doesn't look like the wolves came back through yet. But those traps have enough bite that they'll pull themselves right through the snow. And look, there's actually an old lynx snare there I forgot to show you guys last time. Pretty cool. But man, that is awesome. Get another Wolverine down, another marten. This has been a good trap check so far. We'll get that 330 reset. Get some more fresh bait in there. I think we're gonna pull the 2 ground sets off the ground over here and put a box, a marten box up, so that'll keep us from doing damage like this right here for this marten and that lynx trap. And we'll dig that out. Oh, that looks like it's gonna be a blonde one. Woo! Pretty awesome. Thank you, Lord. Beautiful day. Overcast skies, snowing this morning, and just plain beautiful. The size comparison between the Wolverine and the marten, yeah, that Wolverine's a lot bigger. So the marten keeps trying to get in through my lynx sets, so we're gonna pull this lynx set. The other ground set, we'll leave the pole set, which they don't seem to care about climbing right now. The ones over here haven't even seen where they've been climbing. Like, this is something they'd usually climb on. You'd see them climbing up trees, but these ones have just been tunneling. All these ones have been tunneling and running around on the ground. So what we'll do is we'll put one of those marten sets kind of low on a tree over there. We won't put it too, or actually, let's see. I think the marten came from over on that side, but we'll make sure to put that set high enough that nothing can get its arm up in there. So we'll get that nailed up. I'm gonna bring you back on the way out, get this reset, and head on down the line. Okay, we'll brush in this set a little better. We pulled both ground marten sets, and we got a marten box over there, and we might as well leave that pole set even though they don't seem to care about that one. That one's baited with salmon. with meat. This one with meat as well. And so the setback there, I wouldn't put fish any closer than that. That's gonna, we're not too far from the river, so it's not completely freaked out by that, but you won't put it too close, at least a little further, at least that far away from it. So, had a good day so far. Get some more miles down on the trail, and a whole lot more baiting. Had someone gift me some more scrap meat, so we'll get that in there. All right, here we go again. Hey guys, we're sitting here on Winchester. That's Big Lake. Having something to drink and grabbing a snack. And I thought I'd show you guys something pretty cool. This is a pair of mitts that my great-grandmother made with my mother. They're called otter, so skin mitts. And these gloves are, I'm not sure if it was before I was born or when my mother was pregnant with me, but these gloves are over 30 years old. Look at that. These gloves right here are more than 30 years old, and they need a little repair with the beaver skin on it. But you can see that the guts of these mitts, a little stitching here and there. But all in all, 30-year-old moose skin, looking pretty good. They're not the biggest mitts, but just with one thin pair of gloves in there, if it's just perfect. So these gloves have been all over the place. That'd be something cool to show you guys, just to show how long moose skin will last out here. You take care of it. All right, we got a ways to go. And a nice open lake. Let's hit it. Oh man, he got himself into that wolf trap. He fouled up this set. Oh, look at that. Pretty cool. The lynx are back, that's for sure. We'll get him dispatched and bring you back to take a peek. And we'll see what this one looks like. There he is. The rabbits have only started coming back last year and this year, so most of these ones are probably going to be the smaller last year's cats, I'm guessing. So that's still cool. Still cool. So this trail set for a wolf back here, where wolves have been walking through back and forth, I'd put a wolf trap over here, and that Lynx was actually able to snap that trap on his foot. So I'm pretty sure that if anything does come by here, by the time it makes it here, it's going to be wanting the meat. And I stuck that trap back over there. There's a pretty good chance it won't catch another wolf. I won't catch a wolf, but another lynx might do, or a Wolverine, most likely Wolverine. I'm going to bury a chunk of meat right in the middle of that. So this is the lynx. Another young one. fur looks decent. I'll see what it looks like boarded. But look at that, that's pretty cool. Thank you, Lord. Another Canadian lynx down. And we still have another section of the line to go through, so let's get to it. Let's see what there is. And the trail up ahead, I've had an otter go through there at least once a year for the last few years, and I always set after he comes through and he never comes back again. So this time I drug through and I made a slide for him and put a 330 there, and nothing's come through yet, but the water level on the creek here has kind of been an odd situation. I think I've seen some mink tracks back there, but no otter yet, so we'll see how it goes. There's a squirrel down the way. He was freaking out pretty hard. Not close to me. Never know. Lynx like this. If you have time, this little game call, bring lynx right in. I brought them in about 15 feet from me. It's pretty cool. Definitely something handy. I have a small portable game call in my bag, a little electronic one, a little cheap one. But it'll definitely bring them in, that and fox. But once fox gets wind of you, he'll dip out. But if he doesn't catch your scent, he'll come in 60 yards. Not close, but you can get him within shooting distance. A cool thing about this too is with there's 330 sets, you do some calling like that. Sometimes they'll bring them right into that squirrel shut up. So even if it is a lynx and he's coming into this set, I'm okay with that. Chop some bait. Now time to head home. All right, everybody. As always, another good day on the line. Got two on the small side lynx, Marten, and definitely a male Wolverine, a decent size one too. He probably weighs 30 pounds. But It was definitely a good day. There's a storm coming. A couple of different blizzards are supposed to drop. Quite a bit of snow this coming week. So as soon as that snow drops, we'll be heading back out again to clear some sets up, move some snares around. A lot of those wolf snares will have to be lifted up. So it's going to be fun. Another good day. All right, God bless. Y'all take care.